Hello and welcome to Let's Wander. In this episode we visit the island of Portland and its famous lighthouses, we look at nature and its wildlife as well. I'll be accompanied on my adventure by the brindle boy Buddy and the lovely Lyla. So, with all this being said, let's wander. Well folks, isn't this something? Techno birds in the wind, horses, open sea, and lighthouses. And just off there in the distance, if I zoom in as much as I can, there's a sail ship over there, some sort of yacht. It's so peaceful here. We went back to the bus for a little dinner and then we set out on a walk down towards the cliffs to go and see the lighthouses. The sun was beginning to set and in true wandering style I took the longest route around. However, we did wind up exactly where we needed to be in the end. The landscape is dotted by these pretty little pink flowers known as thrift. And hiding amongst the thrift you may find small brown furry things. We'll talk more about that later. This is the Trinity House obelisk, and it is a day mark. It was built in 1844, and the idea is to warn ships just off the coast of Portland Bill about a low shelf of rock that extends 30 metres out into the sea. The iconic lighthouse was lit on the 11th of January 1906, and it has a range of 25 nautical miles. As well as being featured on cups, plates and postcards, the lighthouse has also influenced musicians and even British children's TV in 1983, in The Adventures of Portland Bill. So after we finished having a look at the lighthouse, we took a walk round to Pulpit Rock, where we were met with the most amazing sunset. The next morning we set out for a little wander along a part of the South Coast Way, where we found some amazing wildflowers. Although some I'm not sure if they were actually that wild. Portland is also world famous for its stone. Its stone can be found in St Paul's Cathedral, and the cenotaph is also made of Portland stone. Portland stone quarries can actually tell you what part of the island the stone came from. The history of Portland involves the Romans. In fact, they were the first people to put a lighthouse on Portland Bill, but due to the lack of fuel it wasn't lit that often. And even to this day, Portland doesn't seem to have a large amount of trees on it. This is the old Higher Lighthouse, which was rebuilt in 1829. However, the original was first lit in 1716, along with the lower lighthouse located about a third of a mile away, which is now a bird observation tower. In World War II, the Higher Lighthouse was used as a lookout by the Royal Observer Corps, and then in the 1960s it became a restaurant. Today, 2 of the 4 cottages are available as holiday lets. Today, the Coast Guard operate from here, and I could see that they have a huge pair of binoculars that look to be suspended from the ceiling. So just here we have a skylark, and oh, there's another one actually just to the right here. Just in the ridge. Just turn around a bit and try and get them both in shot. And these are a pair of my favourite birds. There you go. You often hear them in the spring. A brown nesting bird, and they are the ones that go up in the air and they make this sort of almost like a techno record. They're being quite brave. Normally they fly away pretty quick, but this is, here we go. Are they going to give us a song? No.
I've seen one of these for years. Buddy almost stepped on it. Off its lows. So I found these tiny little flowers, almost like a sort of snapdragon sort of head, and they seem to be on these pea-like vines. Now, sweet peas, as I understand, are a man-made thing, cross-pollinations. I wonder if this is one of the things they used.
Earlier on I mentioned about small brown furry things. Well, an unusual fact about the island of Portland is the people on the island do not use the R word, they use the word bunnies. The reason being is that on the island, bunnies are considered to be unlucky, although I'm sure they'd have been quite unlucky if Lyla had actually managed to find them. Once again we settled in to watch the amazing sunset. So that brings us to the end of our visit to Portland. I hope you liked it. Hope you'll like, share, subscribe, and please leave a comment. So from me, Chris, Buddy, and Lyla, this was Let's Wander. We'll see you again soon. Bye 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 bye.